Oh, hell. We're back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Carter's back. Brandon's back. BBD's back. We're all back. Holy crap. It's Tuesday. It's TikTok Tuesday, more or less. And we're live back on Volunteer Roadshow, not on ACP Carter's YouTube channel. We got a guest. It's a very, very special guest. I wouldn't even say he's a guest. Hell, everybody knows who he is. Everybody say hello to my papa, Big Vol Daddy.
Guest? Guest?
Yeah, the man that if it wasn't for this guy down here at the bottom.
Wait a minute. Guest? I can't figure out how to do this. Guest? Peace out.
We lost him. See, look what I did there. Oh, look, he's back.
Oh, the magic of the internet. What's going on, boys?
Not much. Shout out to Slim Mosley, and he knows why. He has made some hella awesome graphics for me, for BBD. Yeah, dude is very talented. Thank you, Slim. Shout out to Justin. Justin Sanday. Go Rocky Top. Sure, absolutely.
Matt down there.
I got a question. It's Doomit, by the way.
Doomit.
Oh, I think he's never corrected me. This is Volunteer Roadshow's channel, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Am I allowed to smoke, burp, and fart?
I mean,
I can definitely control the burping and farting.
Well, hey, do what you got to do. I mean,
Okay.
Hey.
Speaking of burping and farting, I saw my ex today, Carter. Go ahead.
Which ex?
The last one. The current ex that I'm married to. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt your intro.
Sorry. No. So anyway, we're here. It's picked off. No Josh this week, but we got BVD, so I think we'll be all right. We're going to do it just like we've always done it. We're actually doing it through StreamYard this week, so it's going to be a little different. But we're going to do the TikTok Tuesdays. We're going to do our General Neyland 7 favorite memes, and we're going to do our moment in history. But it's kind of a different kind of moment in history. Moment in history meets badass tradition. We're going to talk about the Tennessee-Alabama 3rd Saturday in October rivalry, why that is so important, why it means a lot to Tennessee fans, even though it's been such one-sided. We got some breaking news. We've got a whole bunch of stuff planned up, so we're going to get right into it with current news. Brandon, what is going on in the world of sports?
Well, we all know the big shocker that the Big Ten and the Pac-12 have canceled the season.
Canceled or postponed?
I've heard both. I've heard the Pac-12 is looking at the spring. Heard the Big Ten is looking at the spring. The Mountain West has postponed football and their fall sports. So your guess is as good as mine on whether they actually play in 2021 spring. So
yeah.
But it looks like the SEC and ACC are holding strong.
You know what the good news is in all that, Depot?
What's that?
High school football.
Exactly.
Hasn't been canceled yet.
Nope. It looks like it's rolling.
Maybe our savior, bro.
It may be.
Well,
also, unless you want to expand on the cancellation or postponement.
Well, like everyone, it's official now. I've heard that they're going to try the Big Ten. I think is going to try to move this to the spring. Look, that might work up in the Big Ten. Doesn't get as hot up there as it does down here, but could you guys imagine starting a football season May and I don't know, still playing in July? That'd be miserable.
Yeah, that's the dog days.
Well, let's examine that, boys. We start in what, March? If they do it in the spring?
Yeah,
I think they've said, have they? Okay.
I don't know. We're playing what if here. If they start in March, they start practice during a regular season in what, July? I mean, they're working out year round, but they're out on the practice field in what, July? Late July?
Late July, yeah.
Pretty damn hot in July. Scalding hot in August.
Mm-hmm.
Moves down to sweltering hot beginning of September. By the end of September, it's, survivable hot. So basically, you're kind of reversing that if you play in the spring. But, by the end of the season, then you're into the whole ridiculous hot thing. So I see what you're saying, Carter.
How are they going to fix it, though? I mean, let's say they do this in the spring. When are they eventually going to put it back to being in the fall? I mean, are they going to play in the spring and play right back in the fall?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I guess.
Me personally, guys, if we're not playing in the fall, let's just not even try in the spring. Just scrap it. It already sucks. Now, of course, we're not playing, so as a fan, I know it would suck, and I would hate to see it go another. I was talking to Big Dog Brett about this yesterday. We're looking at almost 2 years without football if it's completely canceled. 1 year and 7 or 8 months since the last game we've seen if it starts next fall. Tough. It's tough to do, but you think, all this is about player safety, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So if they play in the spring, then you're player safety again. So I don't know.
And it's like you said, high school may be the saving grace.
If you don't like high school football, boys and girls, sorry about your luck.
Well, and I think the NFL will still happen. I do.
Yeah.
Too much money. There's so many variables and so many scenarios that I've heard, seen, thought about myself, come up with myself. I'm just kind of to the point where I'm just throwing my hands up and praying to the football gods that they deliver us a miracle at this point. Oh,
No.
But I mean, we could sit here and we could talk about the cancellations and everything like that, for 3 hours. And unfortunately, we're not going to do that. So what else is going on in the current world of sports, Brandon?
Kasim Hill, the walk-on quarterback from Maryland, he's been transferring out. Never saw the field. Don't know how close he was to seeing the field, but
field, Kasim.
Yeah. So, not a loss. Y'all have a stable of quarterbacks back there ready to go. So,
well, you're kind of right.
The only thing, and I gotta tell the truth. This isn't coming from my brain. It's coming from the article I read. Losing him means the quarterback room loses an older kid with a year's experience to go along with JG, if that counts for anything.
But, Stroud has a year under him. So does Maurer and Holiday.
Who? That's what I said when I saw it.
Yeah.
Holiday?
Yeah. I mean,
oh, you mean the dude holding a clipboard calling the plays in?
Exactly. That guy.
Wow.
And Scott Frost from Nebraska said that he's prepared to play outside the Big Ten. And I've heard the SEC is courting Texas and Oklahoma if the Big 12 decides to shut her down. So, see how that goes. To me, it looks like it's going to be one big super conference if it is played this fall, and it's going to be SEC based. So
do it. I don't care if it's just 14 SEC teams and that's the only season we got. Hey, I'll take anything at this point. As long as I get to see Tennessee play. I don't care if they play in a giant bubble. I don't care if they play in a box with a fox. I don't care. Trying to channel my inner Dr. Seuss here, but I don't care. I just want to see him play.
Well, they got the hashtag Let Us Play movement going on.
That's right.
The chancellor walked in and asked the Tennessee football team Do y'all want to play football this year? And it was not only a yes, but it was a resounding yes. So players want to play.
I saw where Nick Saban said that players were more safe on campus with the team than they are at home, and I can see that. I really can. So
Well, see, and I was listening to the radio, and Eric Ames was talking about what about these players' mental health.
mhm.
So
Good point. And you're right, because I mean, look, a lot of these young, I'm not going to call them kids. I'm not going to do it. A lot of these young men, their goal is they're nothing without football. They feel that way. I'm not saying they are, but they feel like they're if they can't play ball, then there's nothing for them to do.
exactly.
And so I get where he's coming from with the whole mental health thing,
Mhm.
DVD had to take a pee break, I think. So
I think it let Archie out.
oh yeah, let Archie out. No. I think I know what he had to do. I think he had to go quieten down the BVD entourage. You have to go in there and tell your entourage to chill out.
I had to go tell Tony to pipe it down a little bit. He's a gamer. He's in there gaming. He's in there laming.
Right.
So another thing Eric also was talking about was where these kids come from. Not all of them are coming from, apple pie situations, and who's to say they don't go home, get in trouble? Who's to say they don't go home and contract it anyway? Just like Nick Saban said, and so it's a catch-22 at this point. So
Absolutely. Oh Jesus.
I wondered how long it would take him to notice.
I hate those things.
Billy, co-owner of Volunteer Roadshow here at volunteerroadshow.com, he says, I asked him yesterday, what do you think about all this? I asked him about the Players Association or whatever, and the kids that are opting out and stuff. I said, what's your thoughts on this? And it almost lit a fire under him. He's like, I'm working out. I'm playing football. And a few expletives he threw in there. I hadn't seen Billy that animated in a while. So Billy says he's playing ball, damn it.
Hey, I probably want to be the same way. Real quick in the comments, Fireball's in the house. What's up, dudes? Who's the weirdo with the glasses? Which one?
I was trying to do this, to let him know Carter's the weirdo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got these from the Gator Bowl. It should say somewhere on here it says Gator Bowl. But anyway, they were free. What's up, Neo? Glad to have you on here, sir. And the Bet, glad to have you here too. All right, so that's pretty much everything in breaking news, I presume.
other than so far, total 37 players have opted out.
Damn.
How many big names?
A lot of them aren't first round talent, so I think about 8 had first round grades is what I looked at. So
Okay. Let's see, Slim Mosley, y'all here? Let's see. I'm
Pat
guessing.
McAfee,
Yeah. Discusses that the canceling of the season is less about COVID and more about players gaining more control of their situations, and the conferences are trying to adjust to it.
That's what Pat said.
Apparently. Yeah. Oh, it's a mess, man. It is a freaking mess. So now,
how about this? Former Florida State tight end. I'm gonna try to pronounce this name. Nasir Upshur. Naseir Upshur turned away at Tennessee.
For what?
He attempted to transfer to Tennessee as a walk-on. Says he was declined entry by your boy Carter, Philip Fulmer, after receiving damaging reports about his character. He was recovered from a gunshot. He's recovered from a gunshot wound suffered in June. Says the claim is unfounded and he is disappointed in Tennessee's decision. I got accepted to Tennessee. Was going to walk on for a semester. Was excited for my second chance. He tweeted on Tuesday. Got there and the AD said he heard I was a bad kid and couldn't take me. Nobody can vouch that I'm a bad kid. I brought life to FSU every day. Knowles 247 reported he was no longer with the program and had placed his name into the transfer portal. The next day, he used social media to announce his decision to leave Coach Taggart's program. Earlier this year, he announced on Twitter that he would be attending Westchester University in Pennsylvania. He left the small program in the spring to pursue what he thought would be an opportunity in Knoxville. Don't regret my decision I made. I learned so much at Florida State, yada, 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 blah, 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 hooty, hooty, hooty. Thanks for knocking, but the door is closed on you. I don't know anything about this kid. I got to respect Fulmer's decision.
Me too.
You know? If Fulmer says you're a bad kid,
yeah,
I don't, this is coming from the kid. I'm sure Fulmer didn't say, no, you're a bad kid, don't want you. I'm sure he worded it different, but,
I mean, let's be real here. This is coming, Philip Fulmer. I don't know how many people remember when he was in the head coach that there's a thing called a Fulmer Cup. And if you don't know what that is, it's the winner of each team gets the coveted Fulmer Cup, whoever has the most arrests. So we're talking about the head coach, former head coach, that the cup that was named after. So I really don't think that Fulmer did it just because he was, or if he did it because of his character, then I'm going to take it as, look, there must be a damn good reason why Fulmer wouldn't allow this kid on our team.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
Slim Mosley says he didn't say that, but he had a guy talking about it that knows something about it, I guess. The guy started going on about how the NCAA is just screwing the players for so long.
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah. What's he referring to? He's not referring to
the Pat McAfee.
Okay.
Yeah, the NCAA is – there's a lot of things that they do that is very questionable. For whatever reason, they are the governing body of college football. But they don't have to be. Any conferences can decide. All Power 5 conferences can do is say, hey, we're tired of the NCAA. We're going to have a new governing body. Sorry, we're out. It'd be that simple. It's not that simple. But what I'm saying is the NCAA, yes, is the governing body, and they kind of control the show. But if these Power 5 schools want something different, they can make that happen.
Yeah, they control the show to a degree.
Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it is. But I think it's time we go into the moment. Like I said, it's a little different this week. It's not just one moment in history. It's the moment in history wrapped in with the badass tradition. And we're going to talk about the third Saturday in October.
So a badass moment in history.
Yeah. Now, before I get into the videos, yes, I said videos, there's a couple I'm going to play for everyone. I'm going to let BVD, the man who's older than the dinosaurs, I'm kidding, but the man who's been on this earth long enough to see a lot of TSIOs. So, BVD, tell me what the rivalry means to you. What do you think about it?
Well, if you've watched any of my historical BVD videos, referring to the University of Alabama. I don't have very many nice things to say about the place. I hate them. I hate the state. I hate the university. I hate every coach that's ever coached there, every player that's ever played there, and every fan that's ever fanned there. No, I'm just kidding. Look, Tennessee and Alabama, historically one of the greatest rivalries in the country. I don't care who who your favorite rivalry is: Michigan, Ohio State, Florida, Florida State, Florida, Georgia. Pick one: UCLA, USC. There's a billion of them. To me, third Saturday in October is right up there with all of them, and above most of them. It's called a gentleman's rivalry for a reason. We hate each other, like I just said, but I think it's kind of like the brother thing. We hate each other, but we'll defend each other. That's the way I feel, at least, to a degree, So hope that helps you explain.
Yeah. The way I've always looked at it myself is
Did I mention I hate Alabama?
No, you didn't. No, yet. Even though I would say most of your fans are Alabama fans, but the way I've always looked at the rivalry, and I may look at it a lot differently, and that's just because of how much it means to me. Like I've said before, I don't know if I've ever said on here, but my dad's an Alabama fan. My other dad, not this one.
Your biological dad.
Yeah, biological dad took me to my first college football game, Tennessee, Alabama, 95 in Birmingham. We went every year, whether it was Knoxville, Tuscaloosa, or Birmingham for the first couple, but whether it was at Tennessee or at Alabama didn't matter. And so did that for a long, long time. So that game is special to me because of the time I got to spend with my father and all the, just driving to Knoxville or Tuscaloosa and just all those memories. So it's special to me that, but I've also said that to me, that weekend, whether it's in Tuscaloosa or Knoxville, you can just see the college football pageantry, the Southern college football pageantry. I've always felt that Tennessee fans, when they're in Tuscaloosa, they treat Tuscaloosa like they're in Knoxville. And the same for those Bama fans. When they're in Knoxville, they treat Knoxville like they're in Tuscaloosa with a lot of respect. Now, yeah, there's a lot of trash talk, and I've seen some fights before the game, after the game, hell, during the game, but for the most part, just like BVD said, it's a gentleman's rivalry. And Hoss4107, who I believe is in the chat, he had a really good video on his channel. I don't know how old it is, but he kind of describes the rivalry in it, and it's really good. So,
are we doing Golden Keyboard tonight?
Yes, of
we
course.
We have an early entry from a Gump, but a good Gump. Atypical Gump says, "Yo, BBD, ACP, and bald guy."
So before I get to this video, Brandon, any thoughts you have on that rivalry?
My entire family are Tennessee Vols fans, and they hate. There's a hate for Florida, but there's a hate for Alabama, and it's just a different level to them. So that third Saturday, they're all tuning in, ready to watch. So that's what I got for you.
Yeah. Got Gate City Blue Devil in the house. Yeah, we were going to have a family reunion this year. Hope it still happens. Third Saturday in October. That's right. Shout out to Hoss in the comments. BB loves hearing Rammer Jammer. Ooh.
Yeah. Inside comment.
Jeff Webster, Bama versus Tennessee. A totally different feel than Bama versus Auburn. And Wilkie, $2 super chat. What's the stream schedule for you, Carter? I don't really know. I got to come up with one. I really do.
Free balling it right now, aren't you?
Yeah, just pretty much. Of course, here on Volunteer Roadshow, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. I think we're going to start doing it more at nighttime. I kind of like the night feel, and it's a lot more fun in my opinion. But
it's a good time slot too on Tuesday and Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. D4, open your eyes. It's just Oh, glad to have you in here, Chess. Anyway, I'm gonna show this video and I'm gonna do the audio the best I can for you guys, but it's actually two videos. It's a couple videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and screen share, and you guys enjoy this.
Well, you guys not wearing Clemson or Crimson, enjoy it anyway.
Well, they might like it too. Here we go.
It's the rivalry that never sleeps. Tennessee and Alabama will be meeting for the 97th time. And this week of Power Traditions, let's take a closer look at the history between these two teams.
It's Tennessee, it's Alabama. That means for sure, it's football time in Tennessee.
If you wouldn't be human, the hair on your arms will stand up a little bit when that scene occurs, particularly on the third Saturday in October. What makes it special? Oh, they're neighboring states. A lot of states are. They have rivalries, but nothing compared to this one, Alabama and Tennessee.
It's one of the greatest national rivalries in the history of college football.
The Vols registered a record 8 interceptions against Alabama.
Minds of people my age, I think they'll always see our biggest rival. Of course, Bear Bryant was there in those days. I was fortunate to be at Tennessee in some years when the Bear didn't have his best teams, and we were able to beat them.
My biggest thrill against Alabama, both as a player and coach, it was stopping the 11 straight losses. Coach Bear Bryant's final year as a coach at Alabama, 1982. That was as exciting as anything can be. I went for the kill. It was a shootout if there ever was one. It was one of the most memorable days of my entire life. As General Neyland was quoted once, you can tell what kind of player we have in the orange shirt once he plays against Alabama. It was a measure of how good a football player we had when we played against the people in the crimson shirts.
Tennessee greats like Steve Kiner told his teammates, it's Alabama week, all day, every day, until we play. This is a game that the Vols and the Crimson Tide put everything on the line, and that left memories for fans to reminisce on years to come.
The penalty against Alabama. It is a 100-yard touchdown return.
This Alabama team looks disoriented. They look dispirited. Tennessee basically has broken their backs today. They try Stevens up the middle. He turns, he spins, and he breaks it. And Philip Fulmer and the Tennessee Volunteers have come to Tuscaloosa and completely dominated Alabama.
And for the first time in Alabama football history, a team has conquered them 7 years in a row. Philip Fulmer, who was recruited by Bear Bryant, looks like they're going to be lighting up the cigars.
There's been a lot of great football play. This is the senior class. They can say that I came in, whether I redshirted or not, for 5 years in a row. I never lost out.
We're gonna get to the next one real quick. Let's see here. This is one that was made by AL.com.
Shut your pie hole, Jeff Webster. Let us enjoy our moment, damn it.
I think you get very quickly a feel for what your own players on your own team, what's important to them. And it was very obvious to me that the Tennessee game was always the biggest game. It was always the biggest game for us.
One more.
Beds Express. I didn't know we were doing a commercial for Chess Hall.
You kids out there of a certain age, say 10 and under, you probably don't know this, but this game on this weekend is
always been this way. Back in the day, it was the opposite. When Robert Neyland, the guy whose name is on the stadium in Knoxville, led the Vols to national prominence. The Big Orange was so, big, Alabama hired a coach who could compete with the general, Bear Bryant. The guy whose name is on the stadium in Tuscaloosa.
How'd that work out for you, Bear?
Saturday in October, or at least a Saturday close to that, has been a staple of bad blood between border states. And the history of this game has been written in cigar smoke. And, yes, winning streaks. Before Alabama's current run, Tennessee won 10 out of 12, all started by Peyton Manning's first pass in 1995. 80 yards on the opening pass play from Peyton Manning. Before that, Alabama won 8 straight, kind of. And before that, Tennessee won 4 in a row. That win in 1982 got Johnny Majors famously carried off the field. He was in his 6th year. He was struggling. People were calling for his job. Hey, does any of this sound familiar?
Yeah, I forgot about the Butch Jones part. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You just gave 100,000 Vols fans depression showing this.
I know. So I like the videos though. I thought they were all well done, or maybe it kind of shows how big the rivalry really is. It's kind of hard because we've lost so many in a row to them, but it's a streaky rivalry. It's always been that way.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're 4 in a row, 8 in a row, 10 out of 12.
Man, here lately, and we have no way of knowing this. We're not in the locker room. It hasn't felt like our kids care like Carter does, like I do, like Catfish does, like Billy does. It just doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem like the team cares as much. They don't fight as hard. I don't know. Last year gave us a little bit of hope, Carter.
Yeah. Well, and something that I've always liked is you'll find this in a lot of the older Bama fans. I'm talking, they're probably in their 60s and 70s now, and maybe 50s. But I mean, even Bear Bryant, you can look it up. The Tennessee game to Bear Bryant was no bigger game. It was bigger than Auburn in his eyes, and I understand why a lot of Alabama fans hate Auburn more. I get it. They're in state. I think if Auburn wasn't as competitive, then it wouldn't be a big rivalry, but it is, and I get it. But I definitely think Tennessee fans look at it a lot differently. But at the same time, most Bama fans always known that Tennessee hates Alabama more than anyone. But in the 90s, it was more Florida was kind of the team that a lot of the younger fans really, really hated. And that's because of, like you see now, it wasn't as competitive then.
How long have we been having a SEC championship game? 28 years. First one was 92.
Yeah, and it was in Birmingham.
Can you believe 28 years to 27, whatever, in the history of the SEC championship game, and we have yet to see Tennessee and Alabama? There's just something wrong with that. And
We've
it's our
even
fault.
played Mississippi State.
Yeah.
We played Mississippi State, LSU, and Auburn, but not Alabama.
Jeff Webster said he agrees Bama kids don't care as much either. LSU matters much more now.
I can understand the Bama kids not caring.
Yeah, totally.
And even with the LSU, Bama LSU now is kind of like Tennessee, Florida back in the 90s. LSU is clearly, the roadblock, if you want to call it that, for Alabama in the West. Whoever wins that game has the leg up. Mm-hmm. Even though, I get
How's
sick.
It going, Aaron?
I just think the rivalries shift with the generations.
They do. They do, and all it's what it's going to take. It's going to take Tennessee winning again. It's kind of that W right there.
Yep.
Mhm. And then things will be like, okay, let it happen.
Get their attention.
Yeah, let them see us lighting up cigars in our stadium. They ain't gonna like it, or their stadium.
That'd be even better. Well,
Yeah.
it would be as good.
Yep. They don't like to not be able to smoke them cigars. And hell, I've been waiting a long damn time to smoke one BBD. Shit. I mean, hell, last time we beat them, I was 16, 17.
Whose idea was this tonight to talk about?
Mine. So which BBD I kind of wanna do this, and I gave you no warning. I think I talked to you about 30 minutes before this show starts. Said, hey, how about you come on Picked Off tonight? And thank you for saying yes. So he had no idea.
Welcome.
I want you to grind your gears on whatever's grinding your gears right now.
Right now it's Alabama, but
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, what good's it going to do me? We've just sat here and basically talked about the horror of the streaky series. What's grinding my gears now is not even football. Not even it's football related, but it's this COVID shit.
Go ahead.
If COVID was a man that I could walk up to in the street, I'd punch him right in the damn face. Or better yet, maybe a knee shot to the nuts. Can I say nuts on here?
Yeah.
Nuts isn't a bad word. People eat nuts every day. There's the worst thing about this COVID shit is we can't do nothing about it. All we can do is sit back and let life unfold and succumb to whatever it dictates we do. And that's bothersome to me. That grinds my gears. I don't like it when I can't control what's happening in my life, and this is something we can't control. If it was, I can't think of an example because you did kind of spring this one on me. COVID-19's grinding my gears right now because it's messing with our football season. It's messing with our entertainment livelihood. Now, fortunately for me, I haven't had anyone in my family to get it or even be affected by it by somebody else getting it that I can think of. So I don't mean to belittle or minimize the real. How can I put this? The human safety,
Yeah, the severity.
Yeah, of COVID. There's people out there that are being affected by this that could give a shit less if there's a college football season. You know? So I try to think about those people. I try to think about the people who've lost family members because of it. I tell you what else grinds my gears since we're talking about COVID is the people that think it's fake.
Right.
I don't get that. I mean, I get the whole COVID versus flu debate. Flu kills more people, yada, yada, yada. But the people that actually think that this is a hoax, what more proof do they need? Do they need somebody in their family to get it and die from it? I mean, I don't want that. Oh my God, I just had a big deja vu right there. That was weird. So yeah, I don't wish this stuff on anybody, but those people need a dose, so to speak, a reality check.
Right. What about you, D4? Anything grinding your gears, sir?
It's the same thing with me. Something that we all have passion about is being jerked out from under us due to COVID. Mm-hmm. And like BBD said, people think it's fake. People can say stats are padded all day, whatever. Yeah, people are still dying from this stuff, and there's nothing we can do about it at the moment. So I think it's grinding everybody's gears across the world. Not just here. People are in Europe are losing soccer, and this, that, and other. But just the pure passion of the game that we all share. That we may not get to enjoy this year. That's going to be very, very depressing.
I've got a friend. I've got a longtime friend who is the best way I know how to put it is she's on the front lines. And we've got, TK, another example, someone that's on the front lines. But this person, no point in saying her name. Let's see. Let me find this. By front lines, I mean, let me find it. Okay. Facebook messaging her, talking about my son and traveling to see him and whatnot. And she said, I hope you get to meet him soon. The pandemic will slow that down, though. So much progress is happening here or there with COVID. In parentheses, I am involved. And within a year, we should be getting back to normal. 2 years max for full safety, with vaccines and low risk before then. Basically, my friend is a microbiologist, and she's involved in trying to find, I guess she's involved in trying to come up with a vaccine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a microbiologist, obviously. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express, but so yeah, what I'm getting at, a year getting back to normal, a year before we get back to normal, 2 years before we have maximum safety and, no more worries at all about this. So that's, I don't want to put the cart before the horse or the horse on top of the cart or whatever, but are we possibly looking at the same shit next football season? I don't think so. And I certainly don't hope so, but that's,
I hope not.
Yeah, surely not. I mean,
surely. I don't know, man. I really don't know. All I know is we could just gotta, try to stay positive and hope for the best. I mean, what else can you do? It just try to do the best you can not to spread it and be safe. That's all I know to do. And real quick in the comments, I want to catch up on some things. Look in 2018, Bama blew everyone out and then got blown out by Clemson in the Natty. He says the bet, the LSU streak was broken. Oh yeah, LSU losing to you guys. A typical Gump says my mom, 83 years old, minimizes COVID. Well, where'd it go? She has what? Oh, COPD and uses oxygen most of the time. She grinds my gears.
There you go. I see some names in the comments that I don't think are normally around here. If any of you guys came over, I posted and I put a post up, Carter, letting everybody know that I was over here tonight because I don't normally stream. I'm a watcher on Tuesday night, so we gotta get some traffic back over here.
Yeah, we do.
Roadshow because you guys are missing out.
I think BVD should just become an official member, picked off, and that might happen.
Well, BVD's got so much going on already, but I mean, this show, you and Josh have done a great job on this for the longest time now, and I've been trying to drive some people over here on YouTube. I guess you guys are doing pretty good on Facebook. But glad to see some more people in here tonight. So if any of you guys came over here because of that post, thank you so much for my friends here at Volunteer Roadshow.
Absolutely.
These guys, Volunteer Roadshow, they're not hurting. They're going to be back. We're going to get Bobby back into making some videos and being on here more. So just got to get the Roadshow back on the road, so to speak, on the YouTube road.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're trying to do, slowly but surely, but we'll get there. I'm not
Mikey
worried.
wants to know whose show is it. It's Volunteer Roadshow show. You want to finish that, Carter? This is your
Yeah,
brainstorm, isn't it? It's your brainchild, I think.
yeah. I came up with a name. Josh Griffin, who's me and him started the show. We come up with a lot of the ideas, and unfortunately, Josh is here tonight. We also have Brandon. Oh, right here. Oh, Jesus, next to me. And he's been a part of it for the last month, I would say. Yeah. So anyway, we got three of us now. BVD's always around and helping, and thank you to him. Like I said, and this isn't something I'm just saying. I think Bobby Catfish would say it as well. If it wasn't for BVD, it wouldn't be a volunteer road show. But yes, Picked Off is something that I kind of started, and so I'm very passionate about it. It means a lot to me. So I appreciate every single person coming over here. Uh, Troy M is here for BVD and Carter. Thank you.
I call BVD the Podfather.
Podfather. That's a good name.
I actually used that today in a text to somebody. I couldn't remember who was it that called me that, and then I remembered seeing D4 in the comments doing that.
Just wait. Slim Mosley has created something that I did show BVD the rough draft. Slim, I know you said you're going to redo it, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, without giving it away, when I first looked at it, I didn't even notice my man's best friend. I didn't even notice that. Tony noticed it.
Yes, it's great. So Sunday night, you'll get to see it for sure. It's great. But yeah, I'm just appreciative of everything that BVD has done, and Brandon and Josh, and of course Billy and Bobby at Roadshow. Without all these guys, this wouldn't be a thing. So enough with the sentimental crap. We've done the grinding gears. We've done all that. So really didn't have time to do a top 5. We can do one right off if you think you're up to it, BVD.
I'm always ready for a top 5. I got to give Crimson Brave a little love in the comments real quick. Shout out to Crimson Brave.
Whoa.
Oh, look at my boy Mike Rutledge. That's my man right there with the $100 super chat. After watching BAD today, everyone should help with the Meet Me in the Healthy COVID. After watching Bad today, what is that? Am I stupid or?
I think it's just the bad news today.
Okay. Thank you very much for that,
yes,
Mike Rutledge.
For sure. That's really awesome. So what should we do a top 5 on? I think we should do the top 5 on a position group, maybe.
I think the one we haven't done is running backs.
Running backs. What do you think, BVD? You up for doing your top 5 running backs from University of Tennessee?
I guess.
Are we doing top 5 favorite?
That's top what I'm doing.
Favorite. Yeah, top 5 favorite. So everybody in the comments, whether you're a Tennessee fan or not, list your top 5 running backs from your school, team, whatever you got. If you're not a college fan, I guess pick 5 NFL's teams or whatever. All right. So I'm trying to think of this as we go. Quite a few come to mind. D4, sir, you want to start it off?
CJ Jones says kickers.
I mean, I can do it.
My number 5 probably have to be Charlie Garner.
Okay.
Shit. I watched it. First time I ever seen him, was catching a screen pass and going about 70 yards. So, shifty little dude, had a great career, injury-prone career, but with the Raiders, and I watched him with the Raiders also, growing up. So
Number 5 for me, Johnny Majors. Why not? Heisman runner-up, should have won the Heisman, got screwed. Came a great. He's College Football Hall of Fame at that position. So that's my number 5, BVD.
I'm writing some down here. I'm writing some of my guys down here. The order from 1 to 5 doesn't much matter to me. I'm going Little Man, James Little Man Stewart at number 5.
Out of Morristown, West Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Well, no, he was east, wasn't it?
No, it was
Was
West.
it was west? Okay. Gotcha. I was thinking he wore the big orange in high school too, but I guess not. He wore that ugly crimson shit.
Number 4, D4.
Number 4, I'll go. Well, he just took my number 4, but I'll go Travis Henry. Played for my Titans also. Billy Ratliff recovered the fumble and Travis Henry capped it off for the Arkansas Razorbacks game. Led them on. So
that's right.
Number 4.
That's very true. Number 4 for me. Oh shoot! I didn't think it was gonna be this hard.
Yeah.
I got my number 1. I got my number 2, and I believe I've got my number 3. So number 4 for me. And I'm trying to think of running backs just in my lifetime. Hell, Montario Hardesty.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Had a huge 2009 season. Didn't just kind of shared a little bit of time in 08 and 07, but had a really good 2009 season. Had an amazing spin move, just great. Went to the Browns. That was about it.
Hey, he had a 200-yard game in the NFL.
That's great.
So
I know. I'm struggling here. I've got.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do all mine. I don't care.
Well, no, we're good. My number 4, Jamal. Give the ball to Jamal Lewis. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I got to see him stuffed on 4th down in the swamp in 97. I believe. Was it 99?
I believe so. Where we lost 23-21.
On the 3rd, it was 4th down. We did the toss sweep. Every freaking body on planet Earth knew that's what we were going to do.
I believe so.
Including the Florida defense.
Yeah, I believe that was 99.
He just got demolished on that play. What was the damn... I can't think of the guy's name from Florida, but he harassed and hounded Peyton Manning. Not that game, obviously. Peyton wasn't there. Now, I think this was 97, man.
Well, I mean, Jamal was a freshman, but I just don't remember.
I think I'm pretty sure Peyton was in that game. We'll have to go back and look. Was
the game? Did the quarterback get the hell knocked out of him?
Well, what was that guy's name? Alex Brown. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Is that right? Alex Brown for Florida. I think that's right. He just, God Almighty, he was
we need a Gator. So
he was in some of our offensive guys' dreams backfield. He just tormented us.
I remember Javon Curse did too.
Yeah, Javon. I don't know if it was me or everybody else, but I used to call him Javon Curse.
Yeah. So Jamal Lewis is your number 4. Is that where we're at?
My number 4, yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, that's a good number 4. Number 3, D4.
My number 3 will be the most underutilized running back in recent history, Alvin Kamara. The dude's stature, what he's doing in the NFL now, you imagine if he was used that way at Tennessee?
Oh, God.
If they did just let Jalen Hurd go to receiver like he wanted to and let Kamara loose in that backfield on screen passes all the time, little stretch plays. Man, he's so dynamic, man.
Yeah.
So that's my number 3.
True. So my number 3. I've kind of wanted to go back and forth with this one, but I'm going to go with Jay Graham.
Damn, I can't believe I forgot about him.
Jay Graham, number 25, won us the Alabama game in '96. Had that huge, 70-something yard run to win, to beat Bama 20-13 that year. Had a lot of just, God, he was just amazing. And I don't know what happened with him at the Ravens, but now he's back at UT coaching the running back position. So, yeah, definitely going to have him as my number 3.
Damn.
Number 3, baby day.
Johnny Jones. He's really the first, and I'm keeping my top 5 in my memory.
Number 33.
My lifetime. He's the first running back I really remember watching as a youngster in Tennessee. And it was always from afar.
Yeah.
But I had it wasn't a trapper keeper. I don't think they had those things invented yet when I was a senior in high school. But on my little notebook, I had a big old, came out of the Raleigh News and Observer picture of Johnny Jones plastered on the front of it. And everybody, who's that? They didn't know anything about Tennessee football in Raleigh back then. Yeah, Johnny Jones.
All right.
Smooth operator.
Tennessee Tomcat says Webb, Lewis, Cobb, Stevens, Henry. That's a pretty damn good list. I can't believe I forgot about Cobb Webb. What was I thinking?
Yeah, well, stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah, stay tuned, right? D4, you're number 2.
My number 2 is going to be Arian Foster.
Oh, my God. You can tell he's not a Tennessee fan.
No, I'm mostly post-career. Post-UT career. But he's had one of the best post-UT careers out there. So, I mean, say what it is. It's my number 2.
All he did was, go in the media and talk about all the money he was given and
all the tacos.
throw Tennessee under the bus,
Taco Gate.
Arian Foster.
I hated that for him too. I mean, he was close to taking the all-time leading rusher thing, but
his mouth and his fumbles hurt his legacy here at Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, his fumbleitis was very bad.
God, it was critical too, wasn't it? I mean, every fumble's critical, but with him, it was like, was it the Penn State game? He fumbled down on the 1-yard line. Turned the game totally around. Oh my God! Thanks for that, D4. Thanks for those memories, buddy.
You got the Alabama memories now, the Arian Foster memories.
Remind me again why D4's on this show.
My number 2, it's already been said, but Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis, 98 got hurt. And we got introduced to the Travis brothers, but Jamal just a big power back. You don't see no more guys that big. I think Derrick Henry's like one of the last ones, but had a really good NFL careers in the Ravens Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, whatever you want to call it. Had a 2,000-yard season, which has only been done a few times in the NFL. At one time, I think he had the NFL record for most rushing yards in a game.
Never been done at Tennessee.
Right. And it's easy to, like I said, I guess I'm showing my age tonight because I don't have Cobb or Webb. But anyway, we'll move on to BVD. You're number 2.
What a shame. What a shame that you don't have them in your top 5. But I get it. My number 2 is Cobb Webb, and my number 1 is Cobb Webb. I've got Chuck at number 2 only because his career was cut short, and Reggie at number 1. But those are interchangeable.
Absolutely.
Webb doesn't get hurt. He's probably got the all-time rushing record at Tennessee, and it may not ever be caught. But
agreed.
I was there that night against Pacific, sitting up in the west side upper deck. Had great seats that night, and when he came running off the field, I was like, it's not that bad. But he said after that he had always said he would never be carried off a football field. So he could have broke his leg in 6 places that night, and they wouldn't have carried his ass off that field. That's how tough he was.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Greenville running back D4 that played against Fulton with a broken arm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving right along.
My number one is going to be, it's already been said, Jamal Lewis. I love big backs. The throwback.
And I cannot lie.
And, like Carter said, 2,000-yard season, Super Bowl champ with the Ravens, Ring of Honor, all that stuff. So, I mean, that's my number one, Jamal Lewis. Just because the big guys like big backs. So,
my number one. Now, BVD probably won't be surprised by this, but my number one is a guy that I've actually got to know a little bit. Guy that came on Sunday night with me and BVD, Travis Stevens.
Yeah. If you're watching Travis, sorry, brother. I struggled with putting him in there. I honestly, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, Carter, I probably should replace Jamal or Little Man with Travis Stevens.
Probably.
Yeah. I'll replace Arian Foster with Travis Stevens.
That's a good idea.
Too late.
But Travis, you're my number one, sir. If you are watching, man, that was such a fun season, 2001. One of tennis, and that's a team that will always be. I hate to say they underachieved, but they did. They really did. Too much talent team. We had more players. Yeah, we had more players drafted, first round draft picks, drafts total from that class or that team. Travis Stevens, the single season rushing leader at Tennessee, tore it up that year. Led the SEC in rushing. Was a Doak Walker Award finalist. Should have won. Man, just that Florida game single handedly won us that Florida game.
A Tony Thompson clone, in my opinion. As Johnny Majors would say. In my opinion.
But number 34, well, Travis Stevens, my number one. Tennessee running back all time. And so, yeah. Let me look the comments here and see if there's anybody that listed theirs. Aaron Ross says Rajon Neal was a good running back. He was also misused. He was. And he was on a terrible team.
Jeff said Bama top 5, Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Sean Alexander, Glenn Coffey.
Apparently, Jeff Webster is struggling tonight with the narrative of this show here.
Hey, shouldn't be.
Tennessee show, Jeff. Damn it.
I mean, hey, we've given some love to Alabama tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
I played a video.
Shout out to the people in Iowa. I'm giving Jeff Webster a hard time tonight, but the people in Iowa had a real life hard time last night with some. I think it was last night with some pretty stiff winds that came rolling through there. The Midwest out there, they get pounded every year with tornadoes and stuff, and just wanted
the Big 12 just put out that they are still aiming for a fall season, despite the Big 10 and Pac-12. So,
way to ruin my tribute to the people suffering, D4. Thanks for that.
Oh, sorry about that.
Mike Bridges says my wife and son are Vol fans, and we know a guy who is a huge Vols fan, and he is good friends with Travis Stevens. And then Mike comes down here again and says, well, damn, I was going to say I could try and get him on with y'all, but Carter, you did it.
Who was he talking
about? Travis Stevens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Travis in a couple weeks, but I mean, we do text sometimes, and I do need to get him on here on Picked Off. He's very, very colorful. That is all I'll say.
He did a great job that night.
He did. Yeah.
I mean, we were a little bit concerned about an issue that never came up, and shout out to you, Travis.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. But
Travis had a little bit of fumbleitis too when he was at Tennessee. I used to tease him about that back then. But
yeah. Corey Brunson says Foster was another Ricky Williams. He let the pot go to his head. Well, and Travis Henry, I love Travis Henry, but he had a few problems himself. Yeah, I know they're getting killed. Fireball, I saw the score, and I think I saw Sports Live left a comment about the Braves need pitching now. They do.
How about some honorable mentions, Carter?
Honorable mentions, sure.
Yeah.
Cobweb,
Aaron
James
Hayden.
Stewart, Aaron Hayden.
I can't give Johnny Majors an honorable mention just because he would be probably number one on my all-time list just because he's Johnny. I mean, clearly he wasn't the best running back ever at the University of Tennessee, but he was in his time. He was,
Yeah,
and especially given his size. I mean, he was a little part.
right. Yeah, and he was.
You can throw it old school and go Cafago, McEver, Laricella,
Hank Larcella. That's right, from New Orleans.
Ernie McNever.
Cafago, best kicking coach in the history of Tennessee, special teams coach.
Mm-hmm. Bad news, Cafago. So before we, we're going to do a couple more things before we go, and that's going to be the TikTok Tuesday and the 7 memes. So, like I said, you're going to have to bear with me on these TikToks the way I've got to do it. I got to do a share screen, and then you'll see. But it'll be worth it, I promise. These are some really good ones. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We'll share the screen and do TikTok Tuesday. All right. So this is pretty funny right here.
Oh, yeah. That could have been much worse.
Very much. Let's do it one more time.
Good form.
Yeah.
He did exactly like he showed.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a pretty cool bunt.
Pretty cool accidental bunt.
He didn't have a clue.
Was he safe? We didn't
It doesn't show. This is pretty watch this DVD. You're a big ping pong fan, table tennis.
Champ. Oh,
that's the guy I want to play beer pong with.
Go back to that guy. Kind of looks like D4, doesn't
he? in my younger days.
Guy's got BBD skills on the ping pong table right there. Wonder how many I wonder if that was just accident or they kept trying until they got it right. Here's Chess Hall on a basketball court.
Yeah, Chess Hall on a basketball court.
Step out of bounds, step out of bounds, step out of bounds.
And talked a little smack.
Gosh.
Big boy looking like BBD backing the opponent down.
This is funny.
Those things suck. Those cold tubs suck.
Yeah, but they're
now I'd
so
be
effective.
If I took this long at a baseball game and done this.
Kill that guy.
One more time.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
He did that shit on purpose too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He needs an ass beating.
He looks like Kenny Powers a little bit.
He does, don't he?
Oh,
now
this is going to be
very
bad.
popular right here. The whole bounce the beer can off the basketball and catch it.
It's the ball bouncing can thing.
Oh, come on. Do that again. I didn't even hit him. Fake. I'm calling bullshit on that one. It didn't even hit him.
It probably was fake, man.
Oh, yeah. Look at him. Oh, here we go. Oh!
That's a Ty Youngblood hit.
Let me get the volume cut up. Yeah, this is pretty good, too.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that did look like a Ty Youngblood block.
One more time.
God, I love that stuff.
Concussion protocol immediately.
Pussy protocol.
All right. So now brings us to General Neyland's 7 favorite memes. This is where we select 7 memes talking about other teams.
Carter, take the Mike Bridges off of there so we can see the rest of it.
Oh, sorry. Shoot. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Yeah. Let me do that. All right.
There we go.
Sorry about that. So, when you tell Georgia fans to wear face coverings in public, this is what happens. Oh, man. All right. When you peel that one pepperoni off the pizza.
Oh, shit.
That hairline's been going for a long time.
Yeah. Steve was in Cleveland the first time. Shout out to King James. Here's the third one.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. Mardi Gras at Texas A&M.
It's about like them.
Or Auburn.
Oh, well, speaking of Auburn, football practice at Auburn. Next. Then they hired Muschamp and thought it was a good idea. Laugh out loud.
Guy kind of looks like, well, I'm not going to say it.
Well, that's Ronald Reagan right there, I believe.
I was going to say the guy in the front bending over looks a little bit like Biden.
You mean Bernie?
I was thinking Bernie.
Yeah. Next. New UK hats available at Walmart.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. That's a good one.
Right. I think this is the last one. We'll give this one to Vandy. Vandy's student section before COVID-19. God, that kid looks just sad.
Miserable.
We went
be a Vandy fan.
We went down to Franklin the other day with Bobby and Billy. Walking through the office, there was a woman in there that had a Vandy helmet and a couple of little other pieces of Vandy memorabilia in her cubicle. I started to, I had to bite my tongue because you know me, I don't have a filter, and I was going to say something to her, but I was like, I better not. This is Bobby business territory. I don't need to be screwing anything up here, but just so you know, if you're still watching, Bobby, I was standing behind you, biting my tongue, looking at that Vandy helmet. And the other woman, before we left the office area, she had an Oregon State helmet. I thought that was kind of random. You know, I mean, I get people are fans of teams not in the SEC, but Oregon State, you know, of all, she must have had a husband or family member or something that went there. I don't know.
I'm trying to look and see who should be. Trying to see who should win the Golden Keyboard.
My vote is for Atypical Gump. Yo, BBD, Carter, and Bald Guy.
That was pretty good. I just want to look through here again just to be double sure. There's any more funny ones, and while I'm looking, that gives some people to come up with some anything they can here in the next couple minutes to come up with a good, funny, whatever comment that might come in at the end and win. But right now, looks like BVD's already picked a winner. But
Damn. I was
uh-oh.
looking back through the comments too. None of the three of us mentioned Alvin Kamara.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Kamara was, he was underutilized, which is super sad. I mean, I think had he, well, and first of all, he was only here 2 years. He was JUCO.
I think it should be mentioned too, Carter and Brandon. All the talking about COVID and stuff and us not having a football season and blah, 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 and whine and wah, wah, wah. Jeff Webster, you think COVID and no football season affects that guy?
Not right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good. 4 months a year, he's on the sidelines at Iowa State. And he's not there shaking babies and kissing hands either. He's there earning his living. So, just a little reminder there that all the people out there that are affected by this, monetarily too.
Yeah, well, and absolutely, Jeff is, and I've seen some of Jeff's work. He is an amazing sports photographer, no doubt about it. He sent me quite a few of his pictures.
Same here.
Uh,
He was on the UT sidelines, but nothing we can do about that.
No.
Carter,
What are you going to say, D4?
You want to shout out sponsors and tell?
Oh yeah, we got to do that.
Merchandise.
So of course, we got to shout out the sponsors, Hound Dogs of Knoxville. They've been a loyal sponsor, I think, for probably the longest. And of course, Tennessee. Yeah, so in the Tennessee Tap House, great place to go eat, get a drink, and if we do have a football season, and for whatever reason we don't have fans, that's okay. You guys can come over to the Tennessee Tap House, hopefully, and hopefully we'll still be doing the live shows there during the games. I know BVD was there just about every time last year too, and you can get to meet the hero BVD. And last but not least, Shelter Insurance. Shelter Insurance out of Knoxville. Contact Josh Griffin today. He can give you some life insurance. And the last thing is check out the Volunteer Roadshow website. We've got a lot of merchandise now, face coverings. BVD has a bunch of it there with him. I don't know if he has it nearby, but
I do. I've got some of it. Some of it up on the shelf there. You can't see because it's so far away. All I've really got within arm's reach are the little bags. I don't know what you call these things. Double header back sack. These things are pretty cool. I particularly like this one because I love the white merchandise with the orange power tee. Got the chair. You can see that. I think chairs back there. You got Archie not sitting in the chair. Got all kinds of stuff. Autographed balls. Not my balls. Autographed footballs. 2 different kinds. The little, I don't know what you call them. Little ones you see the kids throwing around at tailgates before the game. They're orange and white.
Like a little rubber ball.
Yeah. And then we got back. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just now seeing the stuff move on the camera. We got back here, right there, the autographed footballs. I'm sure if you want one, Billy would autograph it for you. And right here, we got those cool black basketballs with the silver power tee on them. Right there. See that power tee sitting on the tip of my finger? and all kinds of other
see
stuff.
it.
Probably my favorite item, Carter, out of all of this. Two of my favorite items. The hammocks. These are like $80 hammocks. Catfish has got them. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they're $59. I think. Very nice parachute, made out of parachute material. So if some of those bad Midwest winds come through, you're safe. You'll flip around and around. And the pagoda tents. They're 10 by 10. You see them at the tailgates all the time, the 10 by 10 tents with the team logo on it. These are extra. They extend out about a foot all the way around extra. Really nice stuff. Good. VolunteerRoadshow.com. Come hit the website up. Carter's been working hard, getting stuff posted on there. Catfish has been working night and day trying to get this stuff for you guys. So if you're a Tennessee fan, show some love for your favorite team and for Volunteer Roadshow.
I'm about to go grab me some Christmas presents.
Yeah, you need to. Like, real quick, what I'll do for you guys before we head out, I'll do another share screen. I'll show you what we got on the website so far. And there's a lot more coming, so don't worry. Right here, you can see we've got umbrellas. We've got these kinds of footballs, autograph balls. The Tennessee canopies.
Oh, I didn't see the umbrellas. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the hammock. I apologize. But there are umbrellas, but I don't know if they've been posted yet. Lots of different face coverings. We got the 6-packs.
Stickers too, right? Decals coming.
Yeah. So there's the logo junior size replica ball, the black basketball, the bags that BVD's already showed you, the chairs that he showed you, and then we've got Sean Johnson, who's a former Vol, is an amazing painter. Got some of his artwork. Got even more of the neck ones, Lady Vols, checkerboard, regular power tee. We've
those neck ones, Carter, that you were showing there. Those things are supposedly they have 11 different functions, and I think you dipped out early on my stream last night. Shame on you. I demonstrated about 12 different uses for that thing last night. So if you haven't seen the beginning of my stream last night, go back and watch just so you can see all the different uses for those masks, those face coverings. It's unbelievable what all you can do with those things. Yeah.
Not only that, but you can also get the original T-shirt, the play with Billy Ratliff on it. I've got one. It's got his name on the back, and everything goes towards Sam Strong. So it's going to a good cause. And that's the T-shirt. A little bit better. And anyway,
I'm not mistaken here, Carter. 10%, I believe, of all the proceeds go to Sam Strong and Catfish. If you're in here, you can correct me on this. One family will be chosen.
Yes.
For where this goes, for where 10% of it goes. So sorry, Bobby, if I misquoted you, but I just felt like it was important to get that out there because obviously it's a personal situation for Catfish with his son Sam, and St. Jude's in general. Man, those guys are awesome.
Yeah. And as we also, I'll show you of course, there's Billy and Bobby Catfish, founders.
Which one's Catfish?
The one on the right, I believe. Some of the show hosts that are also involved, of course, you got Billy Ratliff, Jarnell Stokes, Fred White, Sean Johnson, Rico McCoy, Alexis Hornbuckle, Jamil Johnson, and Ron Slay. And then, of course, there's a bunch of us. But anyway, so check out all the other shows they have to offer. Picked Off, More Important Issues, Morning Chat with Billy, The Collective Unfiltered. So, yeah, check all that out, guys. We appreciate you coming on, whether you were from BVD sent you over here, or you're just a regular on here. We appreciate it. And
Make sure you guys go check out the Saturday show with Alexis and Jarnell. And Ron was on there too. That is a great show. They talk about real life situations. They talk more about stuff like that, I believe, than they do sports. And of course, they do talk basketball and football and everything on there. But it's really cool to listen to Alexis talk about some of her experiences in Knoxville, and same with Ron and Jarnell. So,
of course,
Yes, sir.
big things happening over here on Volunteer Roadshow.
Yep. And we got BVD. Thank you for coming on. As always, you've always been a big supporter or a big help. Like I said, it wasn't for you, wouldn't have this. Thanks for everyone that came in the comments tonight, from Jeff Webster, Slim Mosley, Fireball, Matt Dumit, see, Atypical Gump. Let's see what we got. El Nino, TikTok
Nino.
JN Highlights, Sports Live in the ATL. Check out Sports Live in the ATL. Me and that guy have an Atlanta Braves show on his channel called Tomahawk Takeover. Be tomorrow.
Don't forget Mike Rutledge.
Yeah, Mike Rutledge
jumped immediately to the top of the leaderboard on Super Chats for Volunteer Roadshow.
Yeah, Mike Rutledge there. Thank you very much, sir. That was very generous. Aaron Ross, Corey Brunson, Mike Bridges, Billy Cole, Rack Dog. Anyone else? Jamie Oldman.
Jamie Oldman, troublemaker. Love him.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
CEJ Jones.
CJ Jones was in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted us to do the top 5 kickers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, CJ, man. I totally missed you. CJ Jones, a great legendary kicker from the University of Greenville High School.
Okay.
And I believe, CJ, if you're still in here, you can correct me. I think he's at Tusculum now.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it.
Tusculum.
Brad Pitt, Scottzilla at Gate City Blue Devil, Flint. Thank you, sir. The Bet. Crimson Brave. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I've missed. Troy M. Ryan Valesi. BVD was in the comments. Thank you, BVD.
We could probably give CJ our top 5 most hated kickers, Carter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I know your time. I don't know what the time is here on Picked Off. I don't know if you guys,
well, well, either way, appreciate everyone. And who was the winner of the Golden Keyboard, Keith?
To me, it was Atypical Gump.
Well, I guess it's Atypical Gump. All right, Atypical, you're the winner tonight for making fun of Brandon. So we appreciate it. Let's see. Fireball, real quick, going out the door, says, I live in Ardmore, a little town on the Alabama-Tennessee state line. Okay. I've heard of that, I think.
I know for some reason maybe we're thinking of Aardvark.
Yeah, Aardvark. He's talking to Jeff. But thanks, Fireball, to you. I know I already shouted you out, but Fireball has never missed a picked off. So thank you, Fireball. Greatly appreciated. NASCAR Ball, who wasn't here. I think Fireball's jumped him. So Sam Bell comes in it.
Fireball passed NASCAR Ball?
I think so.
On attendance?
I believe so.
Oh, so he gets the star.
He does. Sam Bell coming in at the end. Thank you. What's up, BVD, D4, and Carter? Sam, kind of caught the end as we're heading out, but we appreciate your support. So thank you very much. And I guess we're going to get out of here, guys. Go Vols. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, BVD. We'll see y'all on Thursday. And we're going to shoot for the same time. So see you Thursday, guys. Thank you. And Atypical, I'm going to put my email here in the chat for you, and you just send me an email, and we'll get that taken care of for you. I can't
Go
even spell.
raid your dad's Alabama shit and give him something from there.
That's what I'm thinking, right? And I can't believe my Gmail that I use. It got changed without me really wanting it changed to this, so I don't have a choice. So when you see it, you're probably gonna be like, "What the hell?" ACP Carter 45 dot Smallvall at gmail.com.
Peace out, Carter.
All right, thanks,
See
BB.
you maybe tomorrow night if you come over to mine. If not, we'll see you.
Oh, of course I will. I'll be there. We'll give you a little shit. All right, guys, we're out. Go Vols. See you Thursday.